y'all. Appreciate y'all for waiting for us. We was a little backed up due to technical difficulties, but we get started right now. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah. All right, we got Bobby in the building. What's going on, y'all?
What are you drinking tonight? Apple tea, shout out to the Dominican Republic. Faithful apple tea, Macorics. We'll be honest, those $4 I had to buy it at the Duffy, Duffy store in Dominican Republic. Chasing it with juicy juice. You can't, if you grew up in this world, you know what juicy juice is. You gotta love juicy juice. Hey, Mike, we got a good conversation tonight. Mike. A lot of people.
Okay.
You know, shouts out to the person that sent us this topic. You guys know it's your boy Bobby from Mentourme.com alongside.
Your boy Mike the Advisor. What's going on, y'all?
Now, you know, we get this statement a lot. This whole inequality and equality, right?
Okay.
You know, in relationships, is everything equal, right? You know, should it be equal?
Not relationships are men and women. Let's get it right tonight, Bobby. Are men and women equal? Let's quit all the crap. Let's give it straight.
Listen, when we get deep into this, Mike, I just want to know, when you go out, is it a 50-50 split at the table, or how is things really running?
You talking about the Dutch?
Yeah. What's really going on?
Of course it's not a 50-50 split.
We're going to talk about that tonight. We're talking about,
of course it's not.
Are men and women equal when it comes to relationships? You know, we were trying to get a clear understanding. We're going to go back to a little bit of history. Let's drop some facts on before we really dive in to our conversation, our topic of discussion tonight. Sure. Your boy Bobby alongside.
You see, boy Mike the Advisor. Listen, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming in. We came in a little bit later tonight. You know, we had some technical difficulties, but we figured it out. But also we really wanted to understand what's the best way to deliver this for you guys, because we like having these types of conversations. They're fun, they're enjoyable, sometimes entertaining for some of you guys. They motivate some people from what we've heard. Man. Right, some of the listeners.
We're getting a lot of good feedback off our videos, man.
But what we realize also is that when we're sitting down and we're doing these group sessions or one-on-ones with these clients that may book us.
Samantha, what's popping?
What's up, Sam? When we do these sessions with these ladies and they have there's this underlying sentiment of equality. And I think it's misplaced, right?
You think it's misplaced?
Misplaced. It's not that it's wrong to have or think. I just think it's misplaced. And what I mean by that is that, why can't I? Or he can, why can't I? And I want to take this back to, I feel like women kind of maybe don't do enough research on where their rights came from, right? Let's just be honest. This is a man's world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Said about a late great classic. I'll let y'all look that up. But my point is, when I say that is that not to blow it or gold or show off. It's just we understand that certain societies and structures have been made obviously by certain men, but we know matriarchies and women obviously are important, right? We all come from a woman. I got a belly button. You do too, right? So I get that. But let's go back to the history of it when we're talking about women's rights and the why and where this topic came from. So we're going to start there so people can at least get a broad understanding of that. We understand as men, we sympathize, we understand, where exactly the women's rights and the want for equality comes from. And this is not a shot at that tonight. That's not what we're not kind of digging into that, but we're starting with that to set the stage. And as we're doing some research, we got some information from the World Bank. We got some information and some stats provided by, Global Citizen and a few other sources, Pew Research Center. And
for sure.
We want to get our facts correct before we just get up here and start, talking as they was in cabin, right?
Some of these things I didn't even know until we researched. I did not know.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm not going to act like we did. Listen.
Certain countries, women do not have
Yeah.
equality. Till this day.
To this day. And I'm going to start, Bobby, with the highest numbers, right?
Wow.
And I'm going to start with the highest numbers. And this data set right here that I'm speaking on is based on 189 countries collected, data that's collected from the World Banks.
Facts.
Right? The highest one is 96 countries, right? Excuse me. 96 countries have not established an anti-discrimination commission. So there's no discrimination commission at all. If you get discriminated against, that's your business. That's got nothing to do with
but
me.
You know, you would think, man, at this point of time.
And this is not just a woman thing, obviously. We're talking about just non-discriminatory.
You know, I know Afghanistan is one of them. Saudi Arabia, they say certain parts of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Like, there's still, women are not treated on no level of equalness. I'm going to be honest with you. As we go in depth with some of these areas, man, it's crazy. Go ahead, continue.
54 countries, the government does not provide child care services.
Okay.
That I'm not even surprised.
They
don't get involved in all that. 75 countries do not guarantee mothers an equivalent position after taking maternity leave. 75 countries do not guarantee mothers an equivalent position after taking maternity leave. So once you go to maternity leave, whatever position you got now, say, by the way, you're not going higher. You're not getting an equivalent. You went from a manager to a desk assistant.
Hey, you know, it's so funny, right? That these countries are still on that systematic oppression, but U.S. things are different. You know, tonight's topic is so funny because is male and female equal? Do we really carry the same weight in relationships?
I don't think we do, Bobby. Let's just get to it. I don't think we do.
Tell me the reason why.
I mean, let's.
A woman is.
Where do you want to
start?
A
woman is conceiving a child.
Mm-hmm. That's important.
9 months.
That's important.
Okay, she goes through monthly menstruals, right? She goes through a lot of emotional, physical deterioration to the body.
Correct.
What does a man do? A man don't go through that.
Or does he?
Explain.
I mean, you know, our mental health has never been spoken about, right?
Ooh, that's true. That is a big topic of discussion.
When we do talk about these types of things,
True.
Nobody would ever know because we don't speak about it. We don't have a platform to speak about it. We cannot touch that side.
Mental
So
health
tonight, let's start with the emotions, Bobby.
Okay.
Emotions and attachments and how we deal, which is why. And then after that, I want to kind of get into some other stuff, but because I think it'll segue perfectly into it. But emotions and attachments, Bobby. Women and men, obviously, we don't deal with our emotions and attachments the same way.
Not at all.
And it should not be
at
equal.
all.
A lot of these, it's a quality thing. I don't think we need. We worry about the wrong things.
I don't know.
If we're talking about income, like you said before, earlier when we had
that could
stage
be
conversation,
that could
income,
that could be equality. That could be equal. I get it.
I got it. If
But
you're doing the same work even better than me, yeah, pay her. Give her the bag.
There's a lot of successful women, multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires in 2021, 2022.
Correct.
Income-wise, equality is definitely there. But when we talk about emotion, I love how you said that mental.
Yeah.
As a man, we deal with a lot of mental stress having a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like to talk about that as if it don't count.
We don't have no one to really.
It's just, as women, we deal with a lot of emotions. But what about the mental emotion that men have to deal with based on your emotions, based on your decisions, based on your habits, based on your past? A lot of men have to deal with that.
Did you know that, Bobby, do you know 90% of what men deal with, they don't even bring to their closest friends. They don't even bring to other men. Because men are not designed that way to vent and speak that way. Because men are going to receive it as, bro, why are you calling me with all this?
It's true.
Man, you a man, suck it up. And vice versa, the man that's calling to give that information is like, man, that's none of his business. He don't need to hear all this. I already know what he's going to say. He's going to judge me. Versus give sound advice. But on the flip side, obviously, for women, they have a plethora of women to go to. Whether they have good friends or not doesn't matter. But they are more they're designed to listen to each other. Girl, come here, come talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
That's some real shit because Mike wants.
Whether she's lying or not, they'll figure that after. They'll figure that after the fact.
That's true.
You going to girl? Come here. Tell me what's going on.
Men don't have that.
It's an automatic connection. They cannot even know each other, but it's
true.
A sister underlying code. Like, I got you, girl. Don't worry about it. Yes, she needs help. Okay?
That's very true.
Like, but for men, boss, you on your own on that one, bro.
Yeah, you soft. Man, you need
soft.
to tighten up. You need to be a real man, boy.
Or the friend's gonna be like, boy, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you tripping, bro. You be making some dumb decisions. They're gonna bring it back to you as the man. Why you make the dumb decisions you make? You know, you say one thing and do the other. Man, you ain't got no right to have no feelings. You can't love this girl and love that. It doesn't work that way for us. But for women, it's like, he just makes me feel, but I love him too, and I'm pregnant by him, but I love, girl, I understand, I get it, and I think this is what you need to do. It's like they'll talk to each other and console each other.
You know, it's true that
we ain't got that.
Men growing up don't have the right. It's weird. It's like we don't have the right to be emotional.
We're not supposed to be.
And in their eyes, this world have converted us to this. For some of us, to such strong men,
right? That
we don't cry. All we do is what? Pay bills, be fathers, be strong, be leaders, and we're just emotionless.
Shut up and suck it up.
Shut up and just be strong about everything. A man shouldn't cry. A man shouldn't tear.
But then on top of that, why aren't you communicating with me? Why don't you tell me your feelings? Why? So hold on. What? It's not easy for men to be.
It's true.
To be chameleons, to be multiple. You want me to shut up and suck it up about everything. But you also want me to be sensual and communicate with you. You can't just turn it off and on like that.
I learned sometimes with women, you gotta learn as a man what makes sense to you.
Yeah, for sure.
Not what makes sense to them.
For sure.
Because like you said, I love how you said this maybe a week ago. Women want you to respond to them in a way that makes sense to them.
Correct.
No, you also got to respond in your mindset based on what makes sense to you.
Listen up, ladies.
Because it's so true. A man will be full of emotion. Oh, he's soft. He's too sensitive. But then at the same time, tell me how you feel. You could always talk to me.
Right.
You sure about that?
You sure about that?
Are we equal enough to know that if I come to you on an emotional level,
correct,
you're not going to put me in a different category as soft or sensitive? See, this is the problem. That's why some of these men grow up so tough and so fearful.
Correct.
At the end of the day, if they pour themselves out, they feel that they're going to be weak.
And here's the thing, to that weak part, I want to kind of go into, you know, when we spoke about, you know, we touched on this emotion.
We got a lot of comments. We're going to get into these comments in a little bit.
We're going to go about
two more.
We're going to get into two more of these, and then we'll get to the comments and we'll finish out the rest.
Lulu was popping.
What's up, y'all?
Ladies, what's going on? Put your comments below. We're talking about our men and women equal. We're first talking about emotion, sensitivity, affection.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about right now first. We already know income-wise that equality exists. We get that part. A lot of multi-millionaire on the female side. A lot of women are making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000.
And now let's really get into it, though. I want to get into that. We started off with, you know, why and where this topic came from. We gave y'all a little bit of history, women's rights. Good. How some countries don't have certain rights for women still to this day, right? We spoke about the emotions and how we have a different space for each gender when it comes to emotional support.
100% facts.
There's tons of that for women, but obviously none for men, right? There's no spaces for us to get
where
support.
Where does a man speak on his emotion? Nowhere.
Yeah.
You just absorb.
If a man is dealing with a love drama issue and he tells a friend, which is a guy, like he's conflicted, he doesn't know which way to go. 98% of them can't get sound advice. What I mean by sound advice is non-biased advice.
Oh, for sure.
Either he's going to talk to his friend who's a pastor who's going to say, go and seek Jesus and that's all you need. Or he's going to talk to his homeboy and he's not going to give him no other side. He's going to give him the book side, knowing your homeboy is not a religious man. Right? So now you're forcing something down his throat versus being a person who listens and says, you know what, you're right about this. I see why you're feeling like this.
It's very true.
You know, we don't have those spaces, but neither here nor there. The third thing we want to talk about, though, is that career and income, right? Over the past decades, past 2 decades, women have made strides when it comes to income.
Oh, for sure.
Inequality, right? There's some women there's a lot of women who are out earning men, right? But 100%. Unfortunately, the data set still shows that we make more than you. Of course, I get that. But that gap has since been closed a little closer, not completely equal, but it has since been closed, right? Compared to where it was before, right?
Correct.
And opportunities now have increased compared to where it was before, because you would never see a woman CEO of any, bank or any, none of that stuff back in the day. I'm talking about 70s, 60s. It wasn't flying. Nowadays, it's much more prevalent, right? I think half of JP Morgan's management staff, right, executive leaders, are women. One who just left became CEO of another financial corporation, which that's the first time ever, right? So, Miss Frazier, CEO of Citi, right, woman. CEO of TIA Cref, used to be a CEO of consumer banking for Chase. So what I'm saying is that a lot of women now are in positions of high power.
But now, I got a question, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
One of the guys put this question earlier. Is it a problem when women do have equality when it comes to income? They say the more money a woman makes, the more her attitude stinks.
Hey, it is what it is. That's the nature of the beast. Same with men. So nature of the beast. Men, listen, money's just a magnifier of human beings.
100% fact.
That's all it is. So male or female is just a magnifier of human beings.
So
there's some women who make money who are very humble. I met a woman the other day, thought she was the shit. Only had $200,000-300,000 in the bank. When I say only, meaning compared to.
Oh, I love that. Correct.
Right? Correct. Compared to, because most people don't have $200,000-300,000 in the bank. But she had $200,000 cash in the bank, but the way she was going about it, like she had $200-300 million or billion. And I'm just like, Mama,
you can't talk to her.
You can't talk to her. She's like, oh, this is nothing. Oh, $1,000 cash offer. This is
I'm gonna give her.
That's lunch. I said, oh, that's lunch. Oh, okay, all right, cool.
It's like when I used to date. I've dated a couple of nurses, and I realized that some nurses feel that they're like the ish because they make, I don't know, 60 to 120.
Can't tell them nothing.
You can't tell them nothing, and I'm like, sometimes it's not their fault because a guy like myself, I've dated. I dated women who made $1 million.
Right.
I dated women who make 600,000, and it's crazy when you date some of these nurses. I guess compared to who they're dating in the past,
right?
The mindset is as if it's a privilege to date them. Like,
right. It's always a compared to.
Yeah, you're doing like I'm the best there is. Based on what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Based on what? Who are you comparing yourself to? You're not a nurse is not the highest paid occupation.
No. Yeah, I dated a pediatric physician.
It's crazy.
A few years back, and she was she had a nice house in Palm Beach, and made over $500,000, and just a very it wasn't. You couldn't tell if you didn't follow her home or see what she was driving.
She's disciplined.
You know what I'm saying? At the dinner table, she was just a regular woman.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But was very to the point, not direct as in trying to be a man, but just very we didn't have to sugarcoat. We both know we're grown. We both know we want each other. What's up? What's dessert looking like?
But
you know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing too, man.
Like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think, also can empower women because they know they got choices where if this doesn't go well, I have no attachment to it because the money's coming in, they look at time differently.
I like that, but my thing is too is like if a woman is going to, because some women fight for this whole equality thing, and I get it, right? But at the same time, if you're going to fight for equality, does equality come also at the dinner table? Does equality come when it comes to expenses, monthly expenses when you're married? Does equality come with dating in relationships? I take you on 4 dates. Do you pay for number 5? I've broke up with a lot of women because of lack of equality in the wrong area.
There you go.
They want equality
Wake that up.
when it comes to sensitivity. They want equality when it comes to compensation. But when it comes to picking up tabs, all of a sudden they want inequality.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick up no tab. I don't want to pay anything. I want to go on trips. You need to pay for everything because you make more money or
you're the man.
You're the man.
Or let's talk about labor intensive, right? Since we're going there.
Oh yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. I want to hear the equality.
There's a construction workers who was building over here off on a busy intersection in our city.
Cool.
In Coral Springs, and they're building a new development, right?
Yeah.
And 100% of the workforce is men, right? And I'm exaggerating, but when I say that is that I can guarantee if I'm not 100, it's 99%. Why? Because women are not waking up thinking, oh, let me go pick occupation where I need to pick up a brick, pick up some hammers in the sun, wake up at 4 o'clock to be there at 5 to start laying bricks, to start doing. That's just not what it is, and it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But when we're talking equality, right, especially when it comes to labor-intensive work, this is why this income inequality situation that's been debunked many times with different studies. Because why? The data doesn't prove that. What I mean by that is that there's much more men doing work that women will never do.
And some women, they might fight you, might be like, "Oh, that's not true." Women, we got to be real, right? If you're in a relationship,
you're not digging dishes. Okay. You're not going on roofs.
Let's be honest. You're in a relationship. The roof is leaking.
You're not doing.
Why is it that all of a sudden you say you want equality? You're not going on that roof. You're not grabbing a ladder. You're not hitting that hammer. It's a rare few. Some women don't even know how to press the drill. Like, they don't even know how to use a drill.
Right.
They don't even know what a Phillips is, a flat screwdriver is.
So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it, bringing it up or using that you guys can't do this and we can do that. That's not what this is about. What the point is that it's misplaced.
Facts.
Goes back to my beginning. It's misplaced. You can't have misplaced equality, right? You can't have selective equality is what I should say. You can't pick and choose where you want to be equal and everything else you don't need to be. You can't pick and choose when you want your man to be communicative, but then he also needs to be a thug and a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't pick and choose when he needs to be a gentleman. Like, let's just be real. We know you want the earth, the galaxy, and the stars. We get that. And that's what we want to give you, ladies, right? But I just feel that there needs to be better communication and understanding from a man's point of view why maybe we may not communicate. We just shut up. We get ghosts.
That's true.
We walk out. We don't text back. All these things that we do because we know if we're talking inequality, we can't keep it real with you.
I'm going to tell you something, man.
That's equality. You want us to keep it real with you? I'm going to keep it real with you, but can you keep your emotions in check?
If they
Not that I'm coming at you, but I'm giving it to you direct now. I want you to process what I'm saying and give me a response versus trying to attack. Oh, really? Well, if that was the case, I wouldn't have. You would have made me come last night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something like a low blow. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all emotionally driven. And this I think when we talk about this emotionally driven, Bobby, I want you to talk about it. Tell me what you feel about. Talk to me about how you feel about women with decision making or equality when it comes to decision. Like, how we do that differently.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like, as men, a real man make decisions every day.
But explain that. What is a real man?
A real man is a person who has his career in line, has stability, knows that decisions is a part of life, and deals with numerous decisions every day. And he's never going to be overburdened with decision making. He knows how to handle it. He's very receptive to it, because we got to realize we're in a world now where from the time you eat breakfast, you're making decisions. Mm-hmm. What you're eating for lunch, you're making decisions. What bill are you paying first? You're making decisions.
So if I'm not mistaken, what you're saying is, because I want people to really understand what a real man is. Are you saying that a real man is someone who's accountable for his responsibilities?
100% facts.
Okay.
Because accountability is key when you're making sure you're being responsible for a family, mm-hmm. right? But a lot of women, for some reason, it's like a woman could go to work, go through one little problem, their whole day's wrong. Men, we're going through 30 different problems in a day, and it's just like, babe, how's your day going? All good. Everything's straight.
I'm telling you, I almost had the customer person now. This thing went wrong. Almost borderline getting fired because I messed something up, or I did something with a client went horribly wrong, but I had to fit. Like, we ain't telling you every little deep, because why? The game was still won. We got through the day.
Yeah, how genders deal with, how different genders deal with emotional issues and decision making is very different.
Yeah.
Males, I feel, based on the males I'm around, we deal with decision-making components of life. It's nothing. This is what we know. This is all we understand.
Yeah, decision-making is designed.
That's all is designed. That's all we understand.
And here's the reason why. And this is not a shot to anyone, but this is just understanding why you rarely see, right? And it's really for good reason. You rarely see, any, what can I say? Any corporate, real economy, I would say, or country, being led by one or a group of women. Imagine that. The wrath of a woman. Oh my God. Let the president be a woman and she mad. Oh, ain't no man eating. Every man getting fired next week. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, all past due child support is due next month. I don't care what you got to do.
See that.
I'm tired of like that type of decision making. Don't get me wrong, men can be emotional too, but we know how to compartmentalize when it comes to making decisions. Not saying you don't. That's not what I'm saying. Just because we know how it doesn't mean you don't. But what we're saying is we're just stronger in that suit. Just as women are stronger in that suit when it comes to decision making, not all the time, but when it comes to decision making, when it comes to on a sexual aspect, right? Oh, I don't want to do it tonight. That's a decision making. It doesn't make that it means it's the right decision. But what we're saying is y'all got more control in that aspect. For us, we just want to get to it. Right? You know what I'm saying? We just want to get to it. Y'all like, no, let's just wait. Because of this, because of that, because of what you want, right? But we're gonna follow that suit. But for us, it don't make no difference. We just ready to
go straight.
We're ready to break the walls down. You know what I'm
saying?
So everybody's good at certain things at certain times, right? But when we're talking about the grand scheme of things, and there's a reason why certain men are in positions of power or at the top, because you have to understand there needs to be emotions removed. Now, you know what?
Again, dealing with strictly what's at hand.
What's at hand.
That's it.
Yeah, I get you feel about this person. I get you feel about that, but this is what it is.
That's it. It's hard for some women to sometimes remove their emotions from decision-making situations. We're going to take a couple comments before we move forward, right? Shouts out to all the women that's live, all the guys that's eventually watching this live. We got Samantha in the building. She says, no, that's the beauty of being a man or a woman. Okay, that's correct. Samantha again, hello guys. I can't stay up too late, but I love this topic. Appreciate you, Samantha. Appreciate the love. You and many others that will be watching this video. Luna, what's going on? Luna says, no, we are not. Luna says we are not equal.
Okay.
Regina says we are not equal because we have different social pressures. That's true. I like that. That is true. Different social pressures. Samantha says men have to suppress their emotions more than women. And they also have less resources when it comes to a safe place. 100% correct what you're talking about earlier.
Oh, yes, 100%. 100%. No,
correct. We don't have nobody to go to. Nowadays, they're trying to build this whole world of counseling.
Yeah. Listen.
And men ain't.
Listen.
Some men still ain't going to do that.
Some men are not going to do it, but it's something that
I like it. It's unbiased.
It's important. It's important. I mean, men, we got some stuff that's stressing us. Why do you think why do you think most men, right? Here's a good. Let's talk about this. Why do you think most women, when they're younger, are much more financially in a position than younger men? Why? Because women, and also on the mortality tables, they're more likely to live longer than us. One, we make more stupid decisions. We take more risk, obviously, because we do our jobs. That's true. But also, we're more likely and subjective to bottle up, sweep under the rug before we tell anybody. Next thing you know, why he in jail? His license was suspended. This, that. He didn't tell nobody because he thought he could just do it on his own. But for women, soon as it happens, oh my gosh, you're about to lose my license. What am I gonna do? Don't worry, baby. I got you. Uncle got you. This
because men are naturally problem solvers.
We're just gonna hold it inside. No, we got letters and notes on the ass and mail. Final notice. This, and that, and then we just forget. And then boom, okay, we coming to get you. Or boom, this is done. Or because we're so used to just I got it.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the reason.
Men play such a big role because a real man in a relationship plays such a big role. It's crazy. Like being a leader, you have to learn how to make decisions, and you got to learn how to make them quick. And you got to be able to see the grand scheme of things, where without emotion being involved. And it's so difficult for some men because some men, they're so emotional, and they don't understand how to remove that emotion when they're making decisions. Like, I think women, it's definitely something to consider when you're dating a man.
Yeah.
Respect the fact that the man is leading a family, that he's making decisions. And sometimes he's wrong.
Yeah.
He is wrong. His decision, the choice he made, the decision he took led you in the wrong direction.
But this is the respect of understanding,
100%.
Letting the family and the course and the team go through that
100%. Yeah.
You can talk some sense into him, but end of the day, the decision needs to be made. You have to follow that and let him go through that route, even if it is a failure, so he can come back and be like, damn, baby, you know what? Here's how we can better communicate to work together.
I like
right?
Regina says, even if men had a safe place, they still have to get still have to get past their conditioning to take advantage of it.
Yeah, of course,
That's
100%.
yeah,
That's a fact. She's spitting facts because the way we're conditioned is not to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to do that.
It's Regina says it's important for men to have male father figures growing up that express emotion in a healthy way.
That is true.
It's important to have it, but some men don't have that. Like my father passed
Some?
at 3, or the majority.
Over 50%.
There's a lot of men nowadays. They'll have a child with a woman, don't even be there. Like
right.
From the minute the child was born, I ain't coming back. I'm straight.
Yeah.
I don't know how does a man. To me, there's also levels to emotion.
Of course.
You have a child with a woman to say, I'm not going to talk to you at all. Damn. I don't want to see the kid at all. That is heartless.
Right.
God. I can't do it. You gotta love your child, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
that tells me a lot about that person.
But here's the thing. It does, but it also tells you that sometimes certain situations, which is why, and let's really talk about this, go back to the history. In 60s and 70s, when women were doing the NOW, right, National Organization of Women, what we read about earlier, is that they were looking for equality, right, free childcare, that's what they were fighting for, and access to abortion. Repeat that again, access to abortion. The reason I'm bringing this sensitive topic up is because, yes, some people do not believe it. Some people, do believe it. Some people are indifferent. The reason why the indifference is even there because some people may get raped, right? Some people may be forced into something they may not want. Hence the reason why it's there, right? Some people, it just may happen because it wasn't planned. But just because it wasn't planned doesn't mean the baby's life wasn't planned either. This is why some people are against it, right? Let the baby live. But the reason why it was there is because of a lot of these things too. That was a big debate, is that women were having children with men. The man said, I don't want this baby. Well, it's my baby. I'm not killing the baby. Just out of that, not doing any thinking, just out of that emotional reason, I'm keeping it. In a sense, indirectly forced herself into a position to be with a man, right, who was not
a father figure at all.
Who was never even willing to be. Told you that listen, I don't want this baby.
That's
the next thing you know, you had his baby, and he's saying, I don't want to even see the nigga.
But
it sucks. But this is what women were fighting for, right? Because now they're like, you know what? Next time this shit happen, or if this shit happen again, or if my sister does it or somebody else, they have an option. An option. Not saying they're going to use it, but they have the option to exercise that right to say, I don't want to do it.
I mean, what's funny too?
And I think it's important for women to have that.
It's definitely important. I'm a man of faith, but I'm not perfect, right?
I believe they should have. Listen,
you're a grown adult, but if it's up to me, I would prefer you don't take that option. But I see where you're coming from. Because imagine your whole life based on that decision, but that's a human, that's a child.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, we gotta have a child. But again,
yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I get that. I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is like, I see why women were fighting for it.
I mean, nowadays,
remember this abortion thing was not something that we said we didn't force this on them. They were in the streets yelling, saying we want access to this.
I think nowadays women need more contraceptives and really be aware of it. Like I can't understand how many women are not on like birth control.
There's reasons, obviously. They'll tell you that.
Cool.
That shit fucks them up. I ain't gonna lie. That shit.
Sometimes weight, increase of weight.
I mean everything.
I don't see someone.
Think about it. It's stopping a natural flow.
Yeah.
That's divine. It's God given. It's stopping something that naturally happens every month. It's controlling that. That is to me, that's such a powerful thing to mess with.
True.
I think that there's an obvious reason why it has the side effects it does.
But
because you're dealing with the access in the tunnel and the flow to creation.
You see, the problem is I get the whole tunnel in that educational talk.
I'm just saying, bro.
But some men don't have the greatest pull-out game. You know what I'm saying? And they pull-out game so weak.
I know.
It's causing them to be a lifetime situation.
Yeah, they got an F and pull-out.
Yeah, they got an F and pull-out. They skipped pull-out day. You know what I'm saying? So now they're causing women to be in these situations. Because you got to really think about it. Imagine, there's so many women that have kids with men and they're fully single. Like, why did I do this? I love my child.
Of course you love your child.
But
that's the after.
My God,
This
was the wrong guy.
Yeah, it wasn't a plan.
This guy was just
They want
wrong.
kids, but they didn't want it with that guy.
So my mind always went to, why didn't you just get contraceptive? Something that works. I know they by
People
now.
think about that.
By now they got to, because you know,
it was too good at that moment. They're like, man, damn, that shit good.
That pound game got them going crazy.
Yeah, people say the craziest things during sex. But anyways, we're gonna move towards the end here. Any more comments we can talk about?
Yeah, we got let's see. Samantha says, I think some women want equality. Hold on. I think some women who want equality don't want equality across the board. Only the beneficial parts of equality.
Of course.
That's a contradiction. Oh, no, that's true.
So women like.
Yeah, it's true.
I want you to speak your mind, but speak your mind to me how I want you to speak your mind to me. Say it like this.
You know, and I think about
you want
it too,
to control
right?
everything.
We'll tap into an area where it goes into relationships too, right?
Right.
Like the other day, I was like, damn. When you look at when you talk about like a transgender individual, right?
Okay.
I want to be a woman, right?
I already know where you going with this shit.
I want to be a woman.
Look, guys.
I was born a man. I want to be a woman. But I want every good part about a woman.
Bobby, you by yourself on this one.
But I don't want the menstrual cycle.
Listen, LGBT community. Listen, if the community's watching, listen. I fully respect what you got going on. I don't want no problems with y'all. Okay.
Look, hey, I got nothing but love for you, but I'm just a little confused.
I don't want a problem with y'all.
Why is it that you guys don't add the menstrual cycle to your work? That's the only thing I want to know. Like, why is it you want all the perks except
double
the
dip?
Yeah, they don't want the menstrual.
They want the double dip.
If you're gonna take that world there, it's cool. That's on you. But make sure you add the menstrual cycle.
Right. They got the strength of a man, all the access, all the benefits of a woman.
Exactly. Samantha said, I ain't fixing no damn roof. I'll hold the ladder and give you. Hey, but that's the honest truth.
Hey, listen, finish the conversation. This is our last point.
But it's the realest truth. Like,
it is.
There ain't no woman going on that roof. It's raining, the roof leaking. Yeah. The woman ain't even going to look up there. Like, look, I'm going to be in the garage the whole time while you going. They're not going up there.
This shit stay right. You said it, bro. The ice ain't even look.
I told you. Crazy. People, shouts out to the Yeti Cup. Shouts out to my boy Spliff. AS is in the building. You know, I mean, for putting me on this whole Yeti Cup. Shouts out to Amazon too. I ordered 2 of them for us. And man, this is so amazing. Like the drink stays cold after numerous drinks. Shout out to Yeti. This is dope.
I gotta try this mix at home, man. You can't probably get this, but
that's from Dominican Republic.
They can't get this.
You can't get that.
You can't get this, but you get you an appletini and some of this juice. Woo!
Women think more emotional at first. A real man is more logical. Women are more emotional. No, that's facts.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Look,
yeah, exactly.
Look,
and
I want to go through the rest of the comments because I know we got some good ones. I see a lot of them there. Some paragraphs. You know what I'm saying? Some essays.
Somebody threw a motherfucking gem. Hold on, man.
Yeah.
Somebody motherfucker put learning and earning. Shouts out to learning and earning. I think you may be on YouTube. She put birth control causes cancer. Okay. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm not surprised because till this day we still don't know all the forms of cancer, tumors, and it's so. I wouldn't be surprised. Where is cancer coming from? We still don't have a clear.
It come from meat. It come from so many
shit. You got vegans that got cancer. Motherfuckers that say they vegans.
Yeah, but
they still motherfucking got cancer.
This is why understanding cancer, we still don't understand it, right?
That's true.
We still understand it because there's meat that have carcinogens, right? Which they say cause.
That dude went to the C word.
Yeah.
That dude went to the C word.
You know what I'm saying? From what I've heard, they cause cancer. But like you said, I know people who been eating meat their whole life. It's about the most dirtiest of the meat. Pork, all that shit. Them boys good. They live until 90-something years old.
It's the human body, man.
So that's why I say we don't understand it completely. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand it completely.
Samantha says that's actually a perk of being a woman in a relationship with a man.
Which is
because he solves all your problems.
God damn, here she
is on 100% fact.
Shit.
That's the perk of being a woman. The man can solve all your problems for you. You never have to face anything alone.
God
damn.
Right. Damn. Hey, what's her name?
That's Samantha.
That's Sam?
That's all. But that's real shit you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie. That's all I know is unsolved shit. Okay, damn.
Sam, yeah.
Okay,
Sam, you get a free 1 hour session with us anytime you want. That passes.
Sam, you on something for real.
God damn.
Men solve problems. You know, women, if you got a man that don't solve problems,
you got the wrong man.
You the wrong man.
You were the man boy. You were the bozo.
Once a woman I got my tire flat, babe, look, we got eBay. Look, we got eBay, we got Amazon. Look, I also got this Hispanic spot down the street. We also go to the hood to get some tire. I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
like,
when it comes to problem solving, that shit, we got PhDs.
I got a PhD in that area.
Yeah, bro.
Regina says there should be a male contraceptive. Actually, believe it or not, Regina, there is now.
There is.
There is a male contraceptive pill.
That don't mean I'm finna take that shit.
What is that? You know the whole bisectomy?
Yeah, I ain't doing none of that shit.
No more. You can now take a pill to stop yourself.
I'm not doing that. You crazy? What type of
getting
side
a woman
effects?
pregnant? It is officially. I forgot
have?
the name of the pill. It is officially out.
Yeah, but what you think?
It's just released.
No, I heard about it. But what type of side effects you think we gonna get?
So that means you just stroke. You just nutting all over.
Yeah, nigga,
you just lose.
Your shit gonna go from 7 inches to 2 inches. You know what I'm saying? Your balls gonna be exercised.
You can imagine the side effects on it.
That's what I'm saying.
You can imagine.
Nigga, your whole face bald, no eyebrows, no nothing, everything falling off.
Let's not even get to the trans topic, please. I don't want you to get dragged and canceled on. So
yeah, that's why. Listen, you see why I said that, right? You see why I said
Daphne was popping.
What's up, Daphne?
Daphne said, I totally agree. Appreciate the love, ladies. Appreciate the love. My fellas that's watching this live, we're talking about today, are men and women equal? We're talking about equality. When we talk about emotion, labor-intensive work, when we talk about income, when we talk about decision-making, are we really equal? People,
put your comments below. And put your comments below. We're still going through some comments right now before we end out. But I want to talk about, to all of the points that they just said, right? Mm-hmm. And everything we spoke about.
Okay.
I want to touch on it. We kind of did a little bit, but this is like to what she said, right? I'm not getting on a roof. I'm not doing that. You know, and all the perks of being a woman, all the perks of being men. Men, you know the perks, right? The last topic is why we're not supposed to be.
Correct.
There is a reason we're not supposed to be. And it's as simple as this. There's a reason you have addition. There's a reason you have subtraction.
100% fact. I love how you use that example.
There's a reason you have positive and you have negative. If there was all equality, we wouldn't need each other. The reason why there is because we need each other. See what I'm saying? So what makes me great is your weakness. What makes you great is my weakness.
I love how you said that.
Think about that. What makes you great? God damn that frame. I love how you put it together, baby.
Sure.
That's my weakness. And vice versa. I love how you make decisions. It's just, the things that to us is like, well, that's just what I do. This is me.
It's very true.
That's your weakness. This is the reason why equality we shouldn't even be having these conversations.
It's very true. Like, to me, I think, like, some men be like, oh, I don't need a woman. No, I'm gonna be real with you. I love having a woman because you know what?
Unless you gay, I mean,
like, for real. Like, I love having a woman.
I respect the gay people that do your thing, but I'm saying it's more for us.
To me, I look at life like your circle is not complete until you got a great woman.
Of course.
That matches your energy. That's one. Mm-hmm. That adds value to the components you're missing.
Every man knows that, man.
Every man wants that.
That is what, listen, in DJ Khaled's voice, major key.
I'm not the most sensitive guy. I ain't gonna lie.
The most major
I am not the most sensitive guy, and I'm not. But women I date, they're usually very sensitive. They're very sensual. They're very soft.
Right.
I love it. I love a woman to be a woman.
It's just what softens you up. It's what evens you out.
I love that shit.
It evens you out. You can't deal with that with that strong ass. What's going on, baby?
Yeah,
like all that hard.
I can't deal with a thuggish woman. I never dated a woman like that because that's not me. I like a woman to be a woman, soft. Yeah, she's gentle.
I love you, little girly girls.
I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Not too much like a baby,
like crazy.
Very in her femininity. I love that because we're such A-type personalities. Alpha. Yeah. I would say alpha, but just A-type personality type men.
For sure.
Where, we don't believe in gray area. A woman kind of brings that
gray area. What if?
Peace. That damn. What if we get together?
What if
we can? She allows me to dream. Right. Allows me to think beyond. Think bigger.
What?
Wants me to go hustle harder.
If you don't got a woman that does that, because I'm gonna be honest, the problem is with men, we so black and white is crazy.
Yeah.
This is this and that is that. That's how straightforward we see it.
Yeah, but to women it's not. He's like, no, listen, here's what I need to look at. That's true. That's true, but you'd be like, man, you know what?
You know what? I'm gonna get this, right? My girl said something to me. She says, B, you know that's not always the right answer. I said, what the fuck you talking about?
He didn't even want to hear that.
I didn't want to hear that shit when I first started dating.
That was the wrong
answer.
answer.
Like, what you talking about? Baby, you don't always have to be right. There's no right or wrong sometimes. It's just two different perspectives. And I said, damn, you know, I was in that immature mindset. Yeah, you talking back? You know what I'm saying? I wasn't used to that. But then I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? The brother in me had to learn, like, damn. I take a step back and say, damn, that makes, kind of. Fellas, I'm gonna tell you something, man. A woman giving you her opinion because she cares about you, to build you to become a better man. Be receptive, man. Listen to what she got to say. I'm telling you, I know a lot of men. We out here, man. Look, we swear we goddamn God. We can't. We don't need nobody giving us advice in no area. We know everything from paint to fixing cars to decision making to kids. We swear we know everything until shit go upside down. Now we're looking crazy, scratching our head. And all you had to do was listen. Because sometimes your woman is telling you things that you don't see and you never get to see. And you remember, your friends ain't gonna, your male friends ain't gonna tell you. Because men don't express themselves. Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. That outfit you got on looking so shaky, boy. I don't know. I don't know where you going tonight with that, but you know what I'm saying? Your woman could tell you that in a way where, man, I don't know if that color shirt look right on you. What she trying to tell you?
Right.
The shirt look kind of hey.
Yeah. Now, as a home, but here's the thing, man. This is why you need solid brothers around you. And if you don't have it, you need to find some. How to find it, that's your job, right? But the answer is there. And I love these types of conversations because even though we could laugh, we could joke, we could talk about history, we could talk about what we feel is right, is wrong. We do this because, you know, I feel like these are conversations we always have, you know, between us as a dialogue or as a monologue, but we want to make sure we do this as a dialogue with you. And with just different people's perspectives, right? We get comments that kind of motivate us to even keep this going because we got busy lives, you know? But we know that there's a bigger picture, right? And 30, 40 years from now, because of the world we live in now, right? This is documentation that maybe our children can find, our great-grandchildren can find, our great-great-great-children. You know what I'm saying? So the reason I say this is because, you know, these conversations are crucial and they're more important than you may think to just, you know, be entertaining. You know, we're not looking to just be famous or, you know, be the next, you know, earn your leisures or whatever people may think, but we do this not only as a form of documentation for us, but also it's a good way to have these collaborative conversations, I think, with y'all, because we want to hear what women have to say, but we want to give you men's perspectives. Painfully truth, though.
Painfully truth, healthy topics. I think we're in a world where now it's time we open up and try to, because again, we don't, what I love about our podcast, we don't bash people. It's more about just expressing ourselves and tell you guys, as women, you know, how do we look at dating and relationships based on a male perspective? Because again, sometimes women
and just life, not even just dating relationships, just life in general from a male's perspective. You know,
because a lot of people tell us, "Hey, Bobby, you know what? You know, we get so many topics every day."
Yeah.
And the question is, how do we express
it? Backed up on topics.
Yeah, we're going to go into another topic next week, which might not be about relationships, but just opening up about life.
Yeah.
And it's good to kind of hear different dialogue, different dynamics of life to kind of.
There's one thing though I do want to get y'all opinion on, and I didn't even tell Bobby this, but I do want to have a conversation about that. But we kind of spoke on today. I think maybe women can kind of give us advice as men, or even in the comments, kind of give us feedback. But how we think as men we should handle these types of situations, right? Like, you know, how men deal with two different lovers, right? How men deal with being in love with one person and another person at the same time.
First of all, that shit costly.
No, but not
straight up, men.
What I mean by it is how to make the right decision and how to explain it to both women. Men don't know how to do that.
That's tough.
That's hard for us to do. We don't know how to do that because we don't want to. We already got something great here, and we don't know how to, like, damn, I'm gonna tell. Cause we know the truth. It's just hard.
Yeah, the truth is.
So it's like, damn.
We know emotionally and in reality, this woman is better for us.
Yeah.
But some men, because of framed looks and tattoos and the nastiness, like the woman just so nasty, they're gonna pick this woman. They're gonna just pick the wrong woman because she she just got that nastiness.
Yeah.
Wild and freaky.
Listen,
they're gonna pick this one.
This is more common than you may think.
It's very common.
I spoke to 3 guys this week about this thing.
It's very common.
And I'm like, damn, bro, you going through that? He's like, bro, I don't even know what to do right now. I'm like, he's like, bro, you might.
And one could have had all the credentials. Great career, stability, credit strong, car, house, this, that.
Yeah.
This one, no car, no house, no nothing.
Yeah.
But the frame crazy. She freaks.
She hit him in every spot. The other one, she good on paper, right? But you know, she ain't really. He kind of bored. The spark's so low. You know, I think it's a great combo. But those types of things, I think, as well, because they're kind of like juicy, but also we don't even know. We don't even got a solution yet.
I don't know.
We don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
How do you shift a man's mindset to understand that
the best way to communicate
emotionally, she's what you want because physical appearance, but reality is this is what you need.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? It's hard. I'm gonna take this last comment. We're gonna get off this live. Why did God make 2 sexes? Oh, that girl was religious. Okay, Adam and Eve type of conversation. There's a reason. There's a reason he made a man, and a reason why he made a woman. We both have different roles, different strengths, different weaknesses. I think both men and women need to stop wanting equality and comparing each other's roles and just immerse. Ooh, she hit the I word. Immerse themselves in the beautiful.
You gotta tell your gender that because men don't care about that equality.
Specialty of their own gender. It's very true. Like
we don't care about that equality. We believe. Listen, you want to get your bad baby, get your bad. There are some men who are clowns.
I'm gonna take Lady Ray last one, and we can take this one. Lady Ray says, "Stay single and date both. Be honest that you're dating multiple people. Don't try to have your cake and eat it too, gentlemen." Hold the fuck up. My eye just about to get on, but Lady Ray turned the shit back on now.
Oh,
Lady Ray turned this motherfucker back on now. Oh, she said, hold on.
Read that again.
Stay single and date both. So she's saying pretty much
stay single
and be loose.
Okay,
you know
so she's saying be loose.
Be loose.
We definitely understand that language.
Yes. She's saying be loose. Stay single, be loose. And I love how she said this though. Be honest. That's the part men fuck up on.
You told me this before, but here's the thing.
That's the part men fuck up. Men don't like to tell women straightforward. I got another woman.
But here's what. But
why? I got another. But when I was in that life before I had a woman,
before you tell that, tell them why
I believe in doing that. Lady Ray, you is 100% on that. I believe. Look, when I was in that player stage, loose as a goose, uncontrollable, untamed, I believe. I used to tell women straight up. You talking to somebody else? Yeah. I love when they ask this. The last time I had sex yesterday. I don't care. I don't care. And you know what they would do? Wow, I can't believe you. And I'm still good. Because you kept it real. But once you go into the lying, women are like problem solvers. They try to put every little, okay, at 7 p.m. they pick up the phone. Okay, he texted. Why he ain't yeah, they play this stuff. They jazzing on it. They're gonna find out, okay, this nigga got a bitch. But if you told them straight up, it's like, they know they lame. Okay, right. Yeah, he just sent me the voicemail, obviously. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my time to have a conversation with him.
He with his girl right now, but he told me, so I ain't mad at him.
People love yourself, man. Shout out to Lady Ray. Shout out to all of you.
Okay, so I think the next one should be, should we lie or tell the truth?
Ooh, Mike, don't do that.
Should we lie or tell the truth? Because I
like that.
Because it's not about telling the truth.
Should we lie or tell the truth?
It's
when you're in a relationship.
It's when you tell the truth.
If you're not in a committed relationship, should you lie or tell the truth?
Even if you are. It's about when you tell the situation. Because here's the thing. There's really no good time to tell the truth. There is no good time to tell the truth. So the question is, do you just let it out? Band it off right away? Or do you softly peel it off? But how do you... Because now, if you just drop it, that means you don't care about the ramifications, the after effects of that person's emotions, versus you ease them into it, which is what they would probably prefer.
To me, a big part of it depends on individuals. You know, it depends on the type of woman. Some women are mature enough to understand to be receptive enough, and also there's a lot of different types of women. There's also vulnerable women, where they like you so much. Because remember, love is blind. Some women, I'm gonna keep it real with you. There's some women that when they in love with you, even though they're not committed to you, no matter what you tell them, like, you got them. No matter what you tell them.
As long as you play your cards right.
That's it.
So
hey, and look, no matter what you now, hold on now. Damn, Lady Ray at it again. Lady Ray ain't fucking around.
She ain't fucking around.
Lady Ray ain't fucking around. She says, stop trying to have exclusivity.
I like okay. She on the monogamy. She on the
polygamy. Yes.
Yeah, she on the polygamy thing. Okay.
Yeah, type relationships and just have casual sex encounters. You're getting women to fall in love with you, but you don't want to be committed. Damn, Lady Ray, I got the word, you got the L word in it.
Yeah, she said the polygamy.
Yeah, hold on. If you're a man of integrity, you shouldn't want to lie about anything. Come on, gentlemen.
That's true. I mean, we
it
hear
sounds
that.
Good.
It sounds good, but in theory, unfortunately, both sides do it. Men and women do it too. So let's not, you know what I'm saying? Women ain't gonna tell me because I didn't want to hurt his feelings, and because you know.
I think when you're immature, the whole hurt your feelings shit. Like when you're a grown ass man, like because I ain't gonna lie. Like when I was in that world, like I tell women talk to them straight.
But when you in so deep,
I don't give a fuck. I was telling them straight.
You in so deep, your girl right now. You just proposed, you just did it, and your love of your life just came back, and you're like, boom. Now you like, damn, she slobbed you up on the first meet. You just like, and you like, damn, this is why I love you. Hey, what you gonna say?
Nah, see,
you see how his eyes roll back?
You gotta have control, because here's the problem.
Ain't no goddamn control. She pulled that out. She knew you was hard on some control. If you control, you be soft. That nigga hard. She pulled that shit out, and she get the business. A
random perspective. She's so far-fetched. She met you after 5 years just pulling me out. Bitch, you skip so much fucking parts. Hey, damn, baby, I see you in a minute.
No, ain't no 5 years. No, ain't no 5 year gap. You put that 5 year shit. I'm talking about 5 months. She get going, she come back, like next thing you like, damn, I thought you was done with me. I'm not done with you. God damn, fuck. And now you done already started a life. What you gonna do? Nah, I happened to two of my homeboys recently.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is just G shit, right? If you want women to like, I'm giving a man's code right now. I'm giving y'all a game, right? Men, if you know this, you know this. If you want a woman to get off you, talk to her positively about a man that she likes and keep doing it. Exactly.
This nigga love doing
I love doing it. I love doing it. But I don't want when I'm not interested in a woman, I'm gonna keep talking about the man you told me about, and I'm gonna keep throwing it in your face.
But what if I'm a man? That's the thing.
I can't. Why would I meet up with her? Because I know. Here's the truth. Not men. You know, if you take a woman on a date or on an outing,
the certain types,
you know what time it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I'd rather just not go.
Not even show up.
Because I know if I go. I know that. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you.
It's like
women all my life. 99% of the time, we're gonna have sex.
Yeah,
we're gonna have intercourse. 99% of the time.
Yeah.
I'd rather just not. I don't want to have lunch with you. I don't want to have dinner with you because I know you going to pound town.
Yeah,
you meeting the governor. I already know what's gonna happen. So I'd rather just not get into it. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go in a place where it's so public, it's so much people, and then I'm gonna randomly be late so I can park on the other side where I don't know where yet. Oh, you're already inside. Cool. I'm gonna meet you in there in a little bit. She'll know what car I drive. She'll know what side of the building I'm on. Because imagine she parked on the same side. There you go.
Ain't no goddamn imagine this way. Then you gonna walk me to my car. Then I'll walk me to your car.
Yeah, this you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you all waiting off in the cut somewhere. You know what you're doing.
And then of course women are gonna get the final hug to go.
Waiting on the last move.
Waiting for that. And then the man there has a decision to make. Do you? That's why I already just not show up, bro. I already know if it's that type of situation, I'm not showing up because I know how I am and I know how women are. Women love sex more than men. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but some men cannot.
I'm telling you.
Some men cannot control it, ladies. Be aware.
Samantha says this. We're about to get off, but let's see what Samantha says. If people were honest with themselves and other people with what they were looking for, they will eventually find what they want. Dishonesty gets a lot of people into situations that they shouldn't be in. You can't cry about a situation you're in when you got yourself there. Everyone has a choice. Plans, people should. Well, here's a motherfucking thing, Samantha. It sounds easy.
It is, but
sounds easy.
But when you're in the thick of it, what do? Of course, listen. You know exactly how you would design the house if you had the chance to do it over again. But when you design the first house, it's like, damn, that shit, that
Let's
window
be honest.
fucked up.
Women, let's be honest, right?
You know what I'm saying?
You had a brunch with all your friends, okay? The dude that you always wanted coming in, 6-pack shirt off. Hey, ladies, how's everything going?
Nigga said,
you know
six-pack shirt off.
6-pack shirt off.
You know what I'm saying? The table?
Hey, look, you had the women. I want y'all to ask this question. Listen to this motherfucking question. You had a brunch table with your homegirls. The man you always wanted from high school, college, it was a fraternity, whatever the hell you want. You know what I'm saying? 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? He walked into and said, "Oh my God, hey, what's going on? How you been?" And then you would have said, "Oh my God, I've been real good. Wow, amazing. What about you?" And then niggas love to lie, throw a whole bunch of shit that they ain't doing.
Yeah.
I mean, life's been good. I mean, right now,
I'm an architect right now.
I'm an architect. I'm a CFM of corporate groups. Niggas is naming companies, naming shit, naming positions.
Yeah, just Google it. I didn't find it. Oh no, you put the Q in front of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Lying.
Yeah, niggas be lying. Because men love to look good for the women. So they had a woman is at the brunch with her friends. Men gonna come up with the lying ass stories.
Yeah.
How's life been? Oh man, it's been amazing.
You know, I'm running for the NFL right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the Columbine.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Right now, they got me doing linebacker for the Bengals, but I told them I ain't want the $5 million. Man, shut your line ass. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, ladies, be careful. Look, it's hard.
We're gonna continue this next week for sure. Cause we know y'all love.
Look, Lady Ray said, "Who are these loose women?" Oh, Lady Ray, you better stop that shit. Lady Ray, you better stop that shit, man.
Stop that shit, man.
Lady Ray say 6-pack shirt off at a brunch. Mama, you just never know. There's a lot of different brunches now. The man of your dreams coming in that 6-pack shirt off. Listen, he got a little V hanging.
No, listen. Follow us, you're gonna find the brunch. Let's just say that. Follow us, you're gonna
find the brunch. People, this your boy Bob from Mentourme.com.
This your boy Mike the Advisor.
I love y'all. Appreciate y'all ladies. Share this video.
Well, we had every Thursday.
Okay, every Thursday night, 10 p.m. We're talking about life. Next week, I don't know what topic should we. I didn't want to touch the whole Will Smith. I don't know if that's really.
No, we don't.
They can have that. Mm-hmm. We'll figure. I really like the topic. When should you tell the truth?
Correct.
Should you tell the truth or not?
Or not? Yeah.
I like that topic. We're gonna talk about it next week Thursday night. This is Bob from Mentourme.com alongside
Mike the Advisor. Appreciate y'all.
Make sure you check us out next week Thursday. Like, share, subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you get on Spotify. Subscribe, support the movement. This is Boy from Mentourme. Paying for truth, man. We is out.
Yeah.